Good morning. Today is November 18th, 2012, and I just got out of the shower. And I had, well, as you know, the shower is really my time to process what the Lord is sharing with me. And I think I've got an idea that might carry some interest. And what that is, well, first off, you notice here that you are being recorded, or this video is being recorded by my smartphone. And the smartphone is always with me when I travel, and it is probably one of the best tools to use for kind of like a diary, okay? And what could be a better way to do this than to have an accessory to hold the phone, which you can see is being held steady. I'm not holding it with my hands. And it allows for a stable shot. Okay, so I'll insert a clip that shows you what it looks like. Okay, but there are lots of new tools coming out that will provide stability to making much better video than we could just by aiming our camera, unless there is no time to set up. And most of the accessories that I know of are pretty small and light, and I think they're even going to be getting lighter in that process. So I just wanted to open this moment of time in kind of keeping a video diary started with what's going on and the things that I feel the Lord is bringing me, which could also be used as a legacy, to be able to put things together in a legacy format. And one of the websites that I have purchased just recently is called mylegacy.us. And I hope that we can use that as a template for placing video into it as we create it. So all of that being said, here's the idea behind this, is that with our cell phone and with our work that we do, or if we're retired, wherever we are, we have an opportunity to be able to capture our life in its happening in a way that has never been possible before. And what I mean by that is that literally, and there's no reason right now for me to put this out on the internet, but 2 clicks and I would be able to have it go live. And we might even consider that as an avenue to be able to send it right to your file. But the goal is to take your life as you live it and make it even easier than just writing your thoughts down. Let's face it, we're the only generation now that with these smartphones, in all the thousands of years, that are able to capture the next thing to life experience as we experience it. And so our smartphones are in effect a recording of what our life is all about as we go through it. And I just want to start off by creating this first diary for my log, which will be placed on my legacy, and be able to have that available as my legacy if I choose to edit it or to have it in the file and the folder. So instead of when I go online and I see one of the largest websites, it's called legacy.com. Legacy.com is a place where people put obituaries, and the person who is the people who are seen on legacy.com are all dead. Well, I'm not dead, and I don't really want to be remembered by a simple picture. And I know that ever since I was, at 13 years old, back in Tucson, Arizona, I was able to see my first, that's when I saw television for the very first time. A trip to New York and my uncle giving us a used television that he had outgrown. In the New York area, they had television for probably 5 or 6 years before we saw it out in Tucson. But anyway, when I saw that marvelous device, even in the first year, having to watch nothing but the test pattern coming 100 miles away from Phoenix, it was a delight to see the future. And I never dreamed. I dreamed of having a television station and being part of it, but I never dreamed that there would be a day that a simple device like a phone that had the smartphone having the computer built in and a camera and the ability to record video as I'm doing right now. I never ever dreamed that the day that I would live, I'm 73, and I'm experiencing this in, well, actually, I've 13, saw it for the first time, 73 now. That's 60 years ago. 60 years of technology that is just wow. But what I'm trying to do with this very first start, this diary, this beginning of my record keeping, so that I can show others how they can use their phone and their own interest in what's going on. What are you processing today that could be of an interest to others? And so with the clip that I'm going to finish here, I will upload it into my videos so that I can keep it either private or public, depending on when I want to release this. But I don't want my obituary, and believe me, I don't hope that I don't go soon, because I've got a lot to do. But I don't think there's any of us who want to leave our whole life story to be nothing more than the dash that is in the middle of our birth and death date. Go to any cemetery and take a look at any gravestones that's out there. They have never experienced an opportunity like we have today. What they have is the dash between their birth and their death date, representing their entire life. Nothing more said, and if you didn't read the obituary when they were put into the grave, that's all you get. And if his name was Mr. Jones or Colonel Jones or whatever it happened to be, that's all there is. Let's change that. Let's give our families something more than the dash that is between our life. We may know things or stories as we go around our house and we look at the things that we've collected in life. In fact, there's been such tragedy in the recent years. This year, the sadness of Hurricane Sandy destroying hundreds and hundreds of lives as far as what their possessions are. How many of them have done anything to even? What could they do? If they had a collection of their still pictures or old movies or videos, what did they do to preserve them? I'll bet you 99% did nothing and never thought about it as being important. Well, I'm trying to plant the seed that says my life has been worth living and I've experienced some wonderful things, and I want to share that with my grandchildren and their grandchildren that will never get a chance to meet me. So the things that I've learned, I want to pass on. And I thank God for this technology existing today that I can do that. And for me not to take advantage of it, I would be foolish. For me not to use this would be foolish. And I would like to invite anyone who wants to learn. I want to show them what I have learned. And I want to show them how they can create a legacy video day by day or weekly or just a week roundup, or go through your house and look at the articles that you've collected. Why are they important to you? Where did they come from? Who gave them to you? What's the story behind it? What do you remember about your mother's words or your father's teaching? What do you remember there? Because those people who, in my case, my family is all past except for my brother Larry. He's 6 years younger. But in this case right now, I am carrying my legacy within me. And after reading the book, like a library burning, it really put a burning in my heart to do something. I'm leaving a legacy so that I can help those who come after me to have some idea of where they came from and what it was that touched my life. And even just to get a feeling of what I'm doing. Would I love to have had this same experience from my grandfathers, who, if they had the opportunity to have video 100 years ago, my gosh, what stories I could see. Both of them only lived to 76 years old. My father only lived to 63. And so I want to begin, and I want to encourage my friends. I want to encourage those that I am showing this video to learn with me and let us grow together in what we can do to create a living legacy for our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I thank you. Bye-bye now.